Okay, here we go. So, Carolyn, you probably know this, but we have 2 visitor centers. Mm-hmm. People call, they ask us questions, they text us, they email us info@sonomavalley.com. And you're going to help us answer some of these questions in a segment we call We Get Questions.
Ready.
Here we go. We're so excited to visit this week. I have 1 reservation with a tour. Otherwise, I'm sticking to wineries that accept walk-ins. Is winging it a bad idea?
Never. Go with your gut. Explore.
Yeah, that's easy.
Some of the best experiences are winging it and not having a plan that you're sticking to.
Thank you. You're right.
Be an explorer.
So yeah. So this is, and some people are like, do I have to book everything ahead of time? No. Especially now when you're moving into the off season.
Right.
You can roll right in many times.
Right.
Especially on the plaza. Did I mention there's a tasting pass? That might have mentioned that you can go with that and go explore. And oftentimes, one good experience, you tell the person, hey, where would you go?
Right.
And they're like, oh, go see my buddy over here.
Exactly.
So that's a good one. Do you ever, I mean, you grew up by Oakmont. No, you see your grandparents were.
Well,
you didn't grow up in Oakmont.
I didn't grow up in Oakmont. Yeah.
For those that don't know, you've got to be 55 and over to live in Oakmont. Do you ever visit some of the wineries up there? Or did you visit some of the wineries when you were
not a lot.
Okay.
Not a lot.
This is going to be a trick then. Uh-oh. Hello. I'm debating where to go in late December for 2 days. I quite enjoy Zinfandel and Shiraz. I wonder if this is an Aussie. Would you recommend any wineries, vineyards, or tasting rooms? Would you recommend? No, I'd recommend none. But would you recommend any wineries, vineyards, or tasting rooms for Zinfandel? And I can help if you just sort of nod your head a little bit.
Yeah, you can help me.
So, for example, St. Anne's Crossing has, first of all, Zinfandel is a California grape that we do really well here. It's oftentimes, I've heard it's either the same or not, also called Primitivo in Europe. And it is the quintessential California wine. It's a red wine. So Zinfandel's red. It was made into white a while ago when we had excess white Zinfandel that had too much sugar, or excess Zinfandel, and they created a whole new product. Okay, but Zinfandel's classically red wine. It's fantastic. It stands up to lots of food. It's very California. You can get it in all sorts of places. And now, of course, I'm blanking on them.
And here I am relying
I know,
on you.
but like St. Anne's Crossing's got some, Highway 12 has it. Almost every single winery has it. The one that's in the Hooker House has it, and I'm currently forgetting their name. And Morgan, I'm so sorry for forgetting the name of the wine. Bedrock Wine Company.
There you go.
Thank you. Has Zinfandel. There's there. Syrah, Shiraz, there's a lot of it out there. Almost every single winery probably has it. So go out there and explore. So yes, you will find some. And I would recommend, I actually really like St. Francis Winery as a place to explore if you're new to winemaking. It's right by Oakmont. Mm-hmm. But you can walk around and understand how wine is made because they have a tour.
Nice.
Down the road, you can go to like Hamilton Family Wine. Very nice people. Small, right? So St. Francis is a larger estate. Hamilton is a former dental office, the rural dental office next to a gas station, just like for the balloons. And from there, you can walk over to Von Duffy and try the Pinot Noir. Same sort of thing. Very small, really mellow stuff. So those are good places I would go check out. Okay, ready? These people are saying, we're looking for a private driver to take 4 of us to wineries around Sonoma. We're staying in Sonoma. Mm. But is it possible to find someone to drive your car for you or drive you around if you're staying in Sonoma?
Drive your car for you?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Just ask somebody on the corner.
Hey, kid.
Come over here.
Come here and drive my car. So do you think it's possible to have someone?
Absolutely.
You're absolutely right. There is a business that will drive your car. There's a couple of them. If you come to the visitor center, we can show you them. And there's also plenty of companies that will have their own vehicles and they will drive you around. So that's not a problem. We always recommend to people, don't drink and drive. You can and walking around the plaza, like with the tasting pass, you don't need to drive. But there are plenty of companies that will provide a car for you and drive you, or you can rent, or they can drive your car. Like Destination Drivers is one of them.
Love that.
They'll do it. I know. It's good. Okay, people walk up to us. They ask us this question. How do I find my great uncle's grave. I think he died in Sonoma.
They should call me.
Text me, kid. I'll find you.
They should call me. I'll check some records.
So you guys, is there like an enormous like dusty book of all the buried people?
We do not have the books, and I don't know if there's a book that has all of the people. If we don't have the records, the Historical Society does.
Okay.
They could be contacted.
Okay.
If we don't have the records.
You can find it. But there is the possibility.
There's a possibility that we have the records.
What do you have, like a big Excel spreadsheet, or like just have it like online?
That's one of the things I'm working on now. Is going through the paper records and getting everything together so that we do actually have some formulated database that we can refer to.
And easily searchable and common stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny how many people, one, they walk into the visitor center and they say, this looks like it used to be a library. We're like, that's because
it was.
It was. And they also say, I'm looking for a grave. And we've had some pretty good stories with that and interesting people. And since you're in that office, what we can do is just open the door and be like, here.
Absolutely.
Sure. But you got to get a big creaky old leather-bound tome. Some dust on it.
No.
Oh, maybe like some sort of clasp. It's got to have a clasp on it.
I was hoping for some like smoke machine
yes,
too. Just
thank you.
Sort of
thank you. Put it in there.
Fog theme.
That's important. What are the questions I forget to ask you?
Gosh, I don't know.
Didn't get it all in there. Well, while we're talking October, and I'll pitch it real quickly.
Yes.
But we're in here. We do have Dia de los Muertos. We have ofrendas or altars that will be around the plaza, and you can pick up a map at the visitor center. October 31st, we have Spooktacular, where we do trick or treating, and if you want to give out candy, you can do that.
I kind of do.
And then a reminder to people that lighting of the plaza is Saturday, November 23rd. We put up all the lights. It's a very exciting time.
Beautiful.
It's that doesn't have to do a lot with cemeteries. How come people only think about you around October? Like, how come only idiot podcasters book you in October? Like, why?
No, it just goes hand in hand with the
Really?
fall, the changing of the season, and Halloween.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like St. Patrick's Day, no, you're like lonely. There's no one there. Like, why?
I am the Department of Wine.
Like, all the other holidays.
Yeah.
But this is your, like, 4th of July, no one's like cheering for, there's the cemetery manager. It's all about the firefighters and the police and all these, well, you got it.
Memorial Day, there's some attention.
That's true.
Veterans Day, there's some attention.
That's true.
So those are good. And Dia de los Muertos, of course.
Is a thing there.
I mean, I would think that that's the biggest one, really.
Yeah. And that's neat.
It's really honoring.
There's 2 of those movies, both of which make me cry. One is Coco, and the other one, I forgot the other one too, because they came out at the same time. They're both about A Book of the Dead. And they're about, how we honor that which came before us and tradition and tying that in. I do like the Dia altars. It's interesting that it's like this, no one really supposedly knows the true origins of it, like any good tradition, but how people build these altars to remember their relatives,
right,
and sort of celebrate them,
right.
And it's a good way to do it. It's not a sad thing. It's like a sad happy thing,
right.
And especially if everything happens in the right order,
correct,
right,
yes,
and that's
celebrating the life that was,
right, and kind of it. Does your job give you perspective on how to live your life?
It does, but I mean, just like anybody else, I get caught up in the regular mundane day-to-day, and I forget, even though it's right in my face.
Right.
Because I'm dealing with it so frequently, it just becomes normal to me.
Oh, I got that, right.
But yeah, I do still ponder and think about it. I think there's still a little healthy fear of it too.
Okay. Well,
sort of dreading it.
Right.
Hope it's a long way off.
And that's the unknown.
Yeah.
Right. That might be the part that get people like, it's like everyone
hard
fears.
To fathom.
Yeah.
Not existing.
Being and not being.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What am I if I'm not being?
We got pretty deep here at the end.
I know.
Jeez. All right. I got to end on a happy note. Hold on.
Let me know if I can add something too. I want to plug something.
You got something to plug?
Yeah. A cleanup day.
Oh, well, let me hear about that. Okay. Go for it. Yeah.
So the cemetery, Mountain Cemetery, is we're having a cleanup day on Saturday, October 26th.
Okay.
Starting 9 o'clock, going to 12 o'clock. And people can sign up online You can go to our cemetery website.
Okay.
And that's the one I mentioned before. I can
With all
say
the
it again.
E's. All the
With
E's.
all the E's. SonomaCity.org/departments/cemeteries. Cemeteries with all E's. IES. So you can sign up there, or you could just show up if you wanted to. You can also bring some of your own tools. If you had people bring their own rakes and gloves.
Because there might be a little bit of poison oak in some places.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of poison oak.
So wear pants.
Wear pants, wear sensible clothing, protection, all of that,
Okay.
and just come to participate as a volunteer as a part of the community. We want to try to help tidy up as much as we can before the winter sets in.
I had people ask if they could volunteer to do stuff as a group. Is there someone yet set up for that?
Absolutely no, but contact me. We're working on it.
Okay, that's great.
We're working on
I love
it.
that. Right,
It's going to take some time to get this all sort of organized and how we want it to look, but we're going to get there.
Well, Carolyn, how long have you been here, though?
3 months.
Come on, 3 months. Been 90 days.
A little bit over.